The last time NASCAR was at Kansas, Kyle Larson found a way to rip my nuts out of my throat by beating Chris Buescher in the closest finish in the history of NASCAR. This time, they're at Kansas for the 30th race of the season and the first race of the round of 12. Hopefully, I can keep my testicles this weekend and maybe make all that money that I should have made the last time around. But I can guarantee one thing, there are paint schemes to review. Let's go. You guys are really in luck because I'm fired up this week for a couple of reasons. First of all, I got tomorrow off of work because of Hurricane Helene. Totally unrelated, but why do we have to reinvent the wheel when it comes to hurricane names? Why not just name them after NASCAR drivers that cause massive carnage every week, like Corey LaJoie or Corey LaJoie? The other reason I'm fired up, though, is because I just woke up from the coma the Bristol night race put me in. That race was so awfully fucking boring that I fell asleep and could not wake up. Luckily for us, though, we're heading to probably the best track on the circuit. Which brings me to our first paint scheme to review, Ross Chastain. While I was trying to battle off the comatose state that the Bristol night race put me in, I was thinking about Ross Chastain. It has got to suck so bad to run 10th place and see your teammate run 30th and advance to the round of 12. This might be the most disappointing season of any driver in the series this year. Oh, wait, no. Kyle Busch exists. Sorry. Ross's car is still bang, though. 10. Guys, I've talked a lot of trash about Austin Syndrome this year. Unfortunately for me, I think he's advancing to the next round. These next 3 races for him are actually really good. Or am I just saying all this to jinx him? Who knows? 6. The only good thing to come out of absolutely nobody being able to pass at Bristol is that Austin Dillon, not able to attempt murder. 9. Guys, I'm beginning to fear that I'm the reason Overstock is no longer on the Stewart-Haas cars and they've been replaced with Bed Bath & Beyond, which is just as bad. 4. Listen, Kyle, glaze on and everything, but we need to have a word. I think we can all agree that the Bristol night race was incredibly fucking boring. And Jeff Gluck's "Was This a Good Race" poll reflected that. But Kyle didn't like that, and he tweeted this. Yes, Kyle, if there was an overtime finish to provide any level of excitement to that terrible race, it would have been much better. If you led 0 laps and finished second, you'd agree. 9. Well, Brad, I tried my best. I promise I put no money on you last weekend. We'll get them next year. 9. Hey, Corey, you really should start looking for a new job. Wait, you got fired with 10 races left in the season. Congrats, Justin Haley, on getting a better ride. Spire's been running really good, minus Corey LaJoie. This thing still sucks, though. 4. It's a good thing that Kyle Busch is sponsored by BetMGM this weekend because, guys, I've officially figured out betting. I've joined the hundreds of idiots I've seen on TikTok doing the minus 500 challenge. If you start with $100 and you bet a minus 500 favorite for 30 days, eventually you'll have $24,000. Or in my case, if you start with $4 and bet on minus 200 favorites, you'll eventually end up with nothing. 9. Chase Elliott quietly finished second at Bristol. He not so quietly has the shittiest uniform company on planet Earth on his car this weekend. 0. I just don't understand why we can't have one Overstock car and one Bed Bath & Beyond car. Enough of the Formula One shit. 4. Denny Hamlin did everything he needed to do on Saturday except win the race so my buddy could win $10. Plus 400 favorites are so boring. 3. Unfortunately, guys, this paint scheme, it's only worthy of a 7. Get it? It's crazy how fast Chase Briscoe went from this guy has no chance of making the playoffs to I think this guy might actually have a chance to make it to the Final Four. And let's not forget, he has won at Phoenix. 9. When they first ran this paint scheme, I was kind of digging it. It gave me some Bob the Builder vibes. Unfortunately, now it gives me Handy Mandy vibes. Big time knockoff. 5. FitRx sounds like something that I need to get to. My working out weight loss journey lasted about 4 trips to Planet Fitness. I think my best bet to lose weight would be Ozempic. Unfortunately, I have that fear of needles. So, I'll just stick to being fat. 8. Mr. Buescher. I know we're all dealing with the PTSD from all the replays of that painful finish from the first Kansas race. So I'll just leave it at this. I love you, Chris. I love you, RFK. 10. Also, guys, I've seen this fake Chris Buescher page commenting on some of my videos. Don't get fooled by this. Report this page. It's not the real Chris Buescher. There are now 8 races left in Martin Truex's Cup Series career and 0 races left in his playoff career. Get fucked. You may want to see a doctor to check for damage in your esophagus for all the choking that you do. 7. I seriously believe this is the worst paint scheme in the history of NASCAR. If you think there's one worse, please, by all means, let me know. 0. Wait, wrong car. This car bangs. Not sure which way, but it bangs. 10. I cannot describe how severely lightheaded I am from that. 6. I'm not sure which part of my audience this will land with, but this car reminds me of Combee from Pokemon. 7. Now, guys, we have a major controversy unfolding with the 24 of William Byron this week. So if you guys aren't following me on Twitter, I put out this tweet today so I could get some help on who should win the Big Baby Scumbag Paint Scheme of the Week. Of course, I was a big fan of the new Valvoline scheme because, honestly, they're usually pretty mid. But all hell broke loose when one of you let me know that this is not the same paint scheme that Hendrick put in their paint scheme preview. So 32 seconds of research later, and I found out that, indeed, this man was correct. They're running this shitty paint scheme instead. So I quote tweeted the paint scheme preview video with this strongly worded tweet. So this is a warning to all race teams and drivers. I will not risk the integrity of this weekly program with some bullshit like this. The paint scheme you post on NASCAR.com better be the paint scheme that you're actually running this weekend. Actions like this again may result in the entire Hendrick Motorsports team being put on the shit list. So I got my eyes on you there, Rick and Jeff. Watch out. And Byron, you fumbled the bag with Blaney's sister. 0. Daniel, I promise you I need no more extra motivation to gamble my money. 8. Again, front row, I beg of you to please just stick with the Loves car. 6. Rage energy is exactly what I'm feeling right now regarding this entire William Byron Hendrick Motorsports debacle. 6. Ryan Preece is racing for his job right now, and he is balling out. Back-to-back top 10s. Someone put this man in a race car next year. 10. I have an update regarding the John Hunter Nemechek saga. Again, if you missed out on chapters 1 and 2, you need to refer back to the previous 2 paint scheme reviews. I don't want to reveal too much, but John Hunter left this comment last week, and we have been in early communications. More to follow later on. But until then, 0. Sorry, Jar Jar. You're still stuck in the crossfire. 0. Believe it or not, guys, I was actually considering giving up on the beef with Tyler Reddick and giving him the Big Baby Scumbag Paint Scheme of the Week. Then someone pointed out to me that this is just a slightly better Spire car. And they're not wrong. And now I hate it. 7. Ricky Stenhouse Sr. has finally gotten reinstated from NASCAR after the events that took place at North Wilkesboro. And his son's bringing a badass-looking race car in his honor. 10. Emily or I should have won this contest, but regardless, 10. You guys ever seen that video of that psycho lady saying that Monster Energy is the devil? If she finds out that Ty Gibbs is sponsored by Monster and Jesus Christ himself, she's going to have a shit fit. 6. There's just something about when Zane Smith is in his Focus health car. Makes me feel like he's going to run a lot better. 8. Carson Hocevar is winning a race in this car next year. 7. Some guys, when they retire, they sit at home on the couch and do nothing. Some go on TV. Some go into ownership. And some go to IndyCar, suck, come back, get into ownership, and then come back to NASCAR and suck in that. Legacy ruined. No pun intended. 0. Crocodile. 8. And the Big Baby Scumbag Paint Scheme of the Week goes to...
Money in my face, what? Hoes in my face, what? Pocket full of money, I ain't running out of space, what? Mama mama said, baby, you done came a long way. Still eating ramen noodles, bitch, I like the taste. They